I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of Southwest TV News. Here are some of the stories coming up on today's show. According to Environment Canada, Southwest Saskatchewan was already buried in snow this time last year. However, a much brighter outlook is in the forecast for Southwest Saskatchewan this time around. The Swift Current Museum was packed to capacity for the recent premiere of Swift Current Remembers. 2014 will be a milestone for the city of Swift Current as it marks its centennial year. And the organizing committee is asking for your help. Thanks for joining us here today. Well, as we look at the calendar, we're already into the middle of November. And according to Environment Canada, a mild winter forecast is on the horizon. As we make our way through the middle of November, we're already ahead of the game from last year. According to Environment Canada, Southwest Saskatchewan was already buried in snow this time last year, with temperatures hovering around the minus 20-degree range. However, a much brighter outlook is in the forecast for Southwest Saskatchewan this time around.
We're calling for the next month to be a little on the cool side, a little cooler than normal, but not raw cold, bitter cold like you saw last year, but based on averages close to maybe a tad below normal. Now, if we look beyond that, of course, the farther you look, the more uncertain you are, but we think that normal is what we're calling for, more of a typical kind of a winter. And then not staying as long. We think there will be a gradual warm-up come February into March. So my sense is that spring will come much earlier this year than it did last year.
And although the winter ahead may not be as brutally cold as in past years, Phillips reminds everyone to play it safe when out on the roads, as weather and road conditions can all change very quickly.
When we hear warnings and watches, we need to heed them. These are not just meant to scare people; they're meant to prepare people, and I think people are cautious and they take, And if you have to go out, I think one of my greatest little piece of advice: if you have to head out in some difficult weather, plan your route. Tell others about the route that you're going to, when you expect to arrive, so that you can, in fact, people know where you are if you run into issues, and pack even a first aid kit. Nothing wrong with being a little bit better prepared for nasty kind of weather.
The normal high for this time of the year in Southwest Saskatchewan is +2, with an overnight low of -8. Taking a closer look at Swift Current's contributions to the war efforts over the years is the focus of a new documentary. We have more in this report. The Swift Current Museum was packed to capacity for the recent premiere of Swift Current Remembers. The video documentary, produced in partnership between Southwest TV News and the Swift Current Museum, spotlights the contributions of Swift Current residents during the various war efforts. Hewitt Murch of Swift Current is a D-Day veteran and was the focal point of the documentary, as he reflected on his work as a communications specialist overseas. Now at age 93, Murch is only one of a few remaining veterans in the Southwest. Over the years, he's been recognized for his efforts with various medals and other awards, such as the 2011 Provincial Command Legionnaire of the Year and the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal in 2012. And despite all of his accolades, the always humble Murch feels it's his duty to deliver the message of peace and freedom to audiences of all ages.
We have to honor the ones that lost their lives so that we do enjoy that freedom. That's very important. And it's this one day in the year, really, that is, when we have the Remembrance Day. That's when we really honor the people that lost their lives so that we can enjoy this freedom.
Reflections of the past, which this crowd was more than eager to learn about.
And I think it's really important for the young kids to understand what these men went through. My dad was over in the war and he has passed on, so we can't ask him. So it was really nice to come and listen to somebody else's stories and I can't believe how interesting it was. Like, he's got such a good memory, and really a nice presentation. And I thought it was great. The film was great.
And I personally first got to know Mr. Murch probably about a half a dozen years ago. Very impressive person. I'm in awe of that generation, often called the greatest generation, and I believe rightfully so. And to hear his personal stories, I find it very uplifting. It's not a reality show, it's reality.
Swift Current Remembers is the third installment in the continuing series Stories of the Great Southwest, presented by Southwest TV News and the Swift Current Museum. W.W. Smith Insurance has reached a milestone as it celebrates its centennial. Having served Southwest Saskatchewan for the past 100 years, W.W. Smith Insurance is your motor license issuer, while specializing in all of your personal and commercial needs, including home, auto, agro, business, and life insurance. W.W. Smith Insurance, independently owned and operated since 1913. "2014 marks Swift Current's centennial year, and the organizing committee is looking for some helping hands. 2014 will be a milestone for the city of Swift Current as it marks its centennial year, and the organizing committee is asking for your help. A number of events are planned throughout the year which will require a steady stream of volunteers, including the Centennial Day Extravaganza in January, Frontier Days Homecoming Weekend in June, and the Light Up the Future event in November. Lenora Bells is the volunteer manager for the Centennial and indicates approximately 75 volunteers will be required for the kickoff event on January the 15th.
On Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be setting up chairs and tables and the stage area and that. So we need help with just the logistics of setting up the operations and the lobby area. And then on Wednesday, we will be doing hospitality, inviting people in, showing them where they can go and sit, and just to invite them around.
Volunteer opportunities are open to individuals, groups, or businesses over the 3 major planned events for 2014. Anyone interested in volunteering for this once-in-a-lifetime celebration can contact Lenora Bells by phone or register online on the Centennial website.
It will help, as the Premier said, with the short-term issues around the stimulus, but it's got a clear eye on the future, something for the long-term economic health of this region.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You could always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at mylocaltv.ca. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.